Which one's the Bob? You said it wrong? That's right, oh, there you go.
That's not it.
Oh, I know. Everybody knows.
Huh?
There you go.
Good morning. The meeting President Board of Trustees, Town of Cicero, come to order. I'll ask clerk to take roll call.
Thank you. Good morning. Trustee Kieva?
Here.
Pandari?
Here.
Garcia?
Here.
Parad?
Here.
Reeds? Here. Vargas? Here. Caruso?
Here.
President Dominic?
Here. Will everyone please stand and join us in the pledge of allegiance. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I would like to make a motion to approve the regular meeting dated July 26, with every member have received a copy of the agenda.
Motion by Trustee Garcia, second by Trustee Vargas. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Ayes have it.
Okay, at this time, we have a presentation made by the Berwyn Masonic Lodge number 839, and I will call up to the podium any representatives that are present here. I believe we have Ren Escalera, he's the worshipful master, or Brother Luisito Fanlo, his secretary.
That's Mike. President Larry Dominic and board members, ladies and gentlemen, today the Berwyn Masonic Lodge number 839 would like to present to you, sir, the 2022 Community Award. President Dominic, you have gone above and beyond the call of duty for the residents of Cicero, especially our senior citizens of Cicero. For 17 years, you have shown great leadership in our town with many programs for your residents, especially our senior citizens. Eliminating gangs from our town has been your top priority. We, as Masons, work with our communities, especially Cicero, since the Cicero Lodge merged with the Berwyn Masonic Lodge back in 1988. We would like to continue to work with Cicero to help make together a better community. Thank you for your service for all our Cicero residents. Again, in behalf of Berwyn Lodge number 839, we are honored to present this 2022 Community Award. Congratulations. Brother Jose Villarreal, will you read the citation?
President Larry Dominic, Cicero Town President. For your continued service to the welfare of our Cicero Town, Berwyn Masonic Lodge number 839 presents the 2022 Berwyn Masonic Lodge Community Award. Congratulations. Thank you, sir.
May I request our Berwyn Lodge brothers to come in front and take a picture with the president.
Thank you so much. Thank you, sir. I'm going to do it to help all our town members. So, thank the town board.
want me to read it?
Ayan.
President Dominic. The Berwyn Masonic Lodge number 839 has truly lived up to its reputation with our motto, Berwyn Lodge Cares. Established in 1895, our members have worked tirelessly with our community in the town of Berwyn with many special events. In 1988, the Cicero Masonic Lodge number 955 joined with the Berwyn Masonic Lodge, and since then have worked with the town of Cicero on special events as well as with our other surrounding towns. The Berwyn Masonic Lodge has had events such as blood drives, walkathons, child identification days, Veterans Days at our lodge, catered lunches for our first responders in the towns of Berwyn, Cicero, and Stickney. The Berwyn Masonic Lodge has donated and participated with the Jesse Brown VA Medical Center with a salute to our hospitalized veterans in Chicago. For years, but due to the pandemic, we were forced to cease the event. Excuse me. The Berwyn Masonic Lodge is here to work with our communities wherever we are needed. The community awards have been given in the past to outstanding leaders and citizens who have gone up and beyond the call of duty for their citizens. As Masons, we support law and order, and we are dedicated to the well-being of our communities. Our motto is in Masonry is making men better. With respect to our citizens, to the laws of our town, our beloved country, and this is from the Berwyn Masonic Lodge number 810. Ren Vincent Escalera was for master, and myself. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I want to thank the town board because they're so, we all work as a good team, and because of that, I get the accolades. Thank you.
Okay, next we have the list of bills itemized on warrant number 15, along with the manual checklist and the online payment list.
Motion for approval.
Second.
Motion by trustee Veruso, second by trustee Garcia. Roll call, please.
Trustee Campbell.
Aye.
Kandari.
Aye.
Garcia.
Aye.
Parad.
Aye.
Reeds.
Aye.
Vargas.
Aye.
Veruso.
Aye.
Okay, next we have the payroll for employees listed on the printout dated August 4th.
So moved. Second.
Motion by trustee Garcia, second by trustee Cava. Roll call, please.
Trustee Campbell.
Aye.
Kandari.
Aye.
Garcia.
Aye.
Parad.
Aye.
Reeds.
Aye.
Vargas. Veruso.
Aye.
Okay, if I hear no objections, I would like to take the next 6 block party requests with no objections from the police department, all in one roll call. First block party is the block party permit for the 1500 block of Lombard Avenue to be held August 20th. The second block party is for the 1900 block of 61st Avenue to be held August 20th. The third block party permit request is for the 2100 block of Lombard Avenue contingent upon receiving payment before Thursday noon. They have not come in with the payment. I believe the guy circulating petitions got ill, and he promised to come in with the payment on Thursday. The next one is the block party permit request for the 5000 block of 25th Place to be held September 4th. The next one is block party permit request for the 5200 block of 23rd Street to be held August 27th. And the last one is the block party permit request for the 6000 block of 28th Street to be held August 27th.
I move.
Second.
Motion by trustee Vargas, second by trustee Cava. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Thank you.
Okay, next we have a permit request submitted by Mary Queen of Heaven Parish Church. As we all know, they were previously approved to conduct their annual festival, and from August 10th through the 15th, and they're asking to use the empty lot located at the corner of Laramie Avenue Laramie Avenue and 25th Street, the Cicero Public Library parking lot, and the lot across the old Cicero Town Hall on 50th Avenue and 25th Street. And also, a request to temporarily change the traffic flow on 24th Place in Laramie. The reason for this is to accommodate the traffic flow of the USA Post Office service on 24th and Laramie.
I move.
Is there any, Chief Chilla, is there any problem with the traffic flow?
I would be a bit concerned with changing that, considering that it's already posted one way going eastbound, and then, to confuse the residents or anybody, coming up and down that block. I mean, if you want to do it, we could always cover up signs and try to repost, but that would be my only concern.
Take your manpower.
Pardon me, sir?
You'll have to have manpower out there directing traffic.
Yeah, because if the signs are clearly state that it's a one-way coming eastbound already. And people who live in the neighborhood and are used to that being a one-way, all of a sudden car coming back the other way, that'd be my only concern.
And it's a 5-day duration.
Correct.
It's for the post office, they'd skip it.
The post office can always park in that parking lot off of 25th Street.
You can get the mail delivered. So we should refuse the street then, in other words, right, Chief?
That would be my recommendation, Mr. President, yes.
We'll take a vote on it, but refusing the street to be changed.
I just have a question regarding the Cicero Public Library parking lot. I don't think they submitted anything from the Cicero Public Library allowing them that they could use it. Did you receive anything, Jess?
No.
I didn't.
No, we have not.
So that's another concern too, that we don't know if the Cicero Public Library is even willing to allow them to use the parking lot. I have not received anything for our records stating that they approached them for permission. So
What is the date on this?
an issue on liability.
August 10th to 15th.
Make them come to the board meeting next board meeting.
Events this weekend.
They always wait till this.
Is there a liability issue with the parking lot?
Of course.
They have
You'd have to
provided
get
insurance.
insurance.
They have, but we would have to check to see if it would cover parking lot.
We're talking about stacking out.
Is there anyone here present from Mary Queen of Heaven, by any chance?
Never.
So if we have them to come in and provide insurance for that parking lot, would the board consider just allowing them to use the old Cicero Town Hall parking lot on 50th Avenue and 25th, and then deny on the other two since we don't have any?
They need insurance in that.
Yeah, but they did provide, but I'm not sure, I think it was just for their festival grounds. We'd have to check to see if it covers.
I'm not against giving them the property if they got insurance.
Mike, can I forward you a copy of the certificate of insurance that we received?
Sure.
And then just have somebody double check it to make sure that the parking lot.
The motion changes to change the motion because of the
Not changing the
construction, the
street.
change of the street. So they will be the best.
Deny the traffic flow, deny the Cicero Public Library parking request.
Correct.
And then
Unless they bring insurance for that too.
we also need a letter of permission from the Cicero Library. Okay. All right.
That takes 1 minute.
Okay.
Okay, that's how we'll go. Got a second?
I guess. The second motion.
Motion by trustee Vargas, second by trustee Garcia. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Ayes have it.
Okay, next we have a permit request submitted by St. Mary of Czestochowa Parish. They're conducting their annual fundraising this year. They're requesting to have 30th Street blocked off from 49th Avenue to 48th Court from 8 a.m. Saturday, August 27th from 9 to 9 p.m. Sunday, August 28th, we will need horses, and if you have movable fences to do this and signs posted. No parking from midnight, August 26th to midnight, August 28th. The actual hours of the festival will be Saturday from 4 p.m. to 10 p.m., Sunday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., and they are requesting permission to sell food, beer. They'll be playing music and having bingo games with raffles. They're also asking for some garbage can containers and police security.
I move to accept.
Second.
Motion by trustee Vargas, second by trustee Cava. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it.
Okay, next we have a permit request submitted by Ultra Mobile. They're looking to put up a mural at 5123 West Cermak Road in Cicero. We have a letter signed by Oscar Sanchez, who's the legal property owner, giving them permission. There's email communication back and forth between our office, the people that are requesting to have the mural, and building commissioner Karen Parad. So on this one, because there are ordinances that prevent having murals, giving permission for murals, unless it's approved by the town board, then Karen would go ahead and proceed with allowing based on the board recommendation.
Madam Clerk, if I may.
Yes.
The murals actually began without any permission or any permits. Last night, the building department went out and stopped the process. And then, as you know,
This is for this?
this is for this mural. Yes, it's on the building on Cermak Road next to Wendy's. And this is an advertisement, which is a direct violation of the town ordinance, which does not allow advertising painted directly on a building. So it's technically advertising, it seems, disguised as a mural. That would be, my recommendation would be to.
So they started working even knowing that they had applied for the permit and it was still pending?
Yes.
So we didn't know that.
I have a picture, and they have, so they not only did the work, but they didn't have a permit for the scaffolding either, that they use the electric
Right.
scaffolding.
Because it was still all pending approval from the town board and the building commissioner.
Yes, ma'am.
Vote to deny it. Vote is to deny the, hold on.
How you doing? May I approach?
Yes.
How you
Please
doing?
state your name for the record.
Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. My name is Oscar Roman. I work for Ultra Mobile. I'm the regional sales director. And you're absolutely right. I apologize. We began primering the wall after Oscar Sanchez, a property owner, finished the tuck pointing. So I apologize that began. We started the process a couple months ago working with the Chamber of Commerce. And we were told that we're still learning and we're going through the process to understand how to go through it. They just primered and they just stenciled. There was a scissor lift that was dropped off at the property owner, so I apologize for that. The mural is actually focused on the community. We have a picture of the mural that I would love to show. I'm not sure if we received that. We're focusing on promoting First Class Wireless, which is a business owner in the town of Cicero. We're looking to add some positive appeal to the Latino culture, which is myself being Mexican, and celebrate the long-standing partnership between Ultra Mobile and First Class Wireless. We've been partners with that store for going on 10 years. And basically, we're trying to promote the town. We're trying to create customers coming into the store, but also promoting the Mexican and Latino culture. And I'm a bit nervous being up here in front of all these people. Thank you very much for having me here. I do have Oscar Sanchez, the business owner that's been in the community for many years.
You don't need it. It's against town ordinance, so we'd have to change a whole bunch of ordinances to allow that to happen.
Was it stated that it was a promotion? Because I can show you a picture of it. There's nothing showing a price
Picture
plan.
here. Advertisements right there, Ultra. Top left-hand corner.
Would it be if we were to remove the Ultra Mobile and just, we have Cicero on here, we have family, we have a celebration of activities?
For something like that, my recommendation would be for them to sit down with town staff and try and put together something that might be acceptable. But again, this sets a precedent for allowing someone, I'll let the town attorney chime in, but I think that this sets a precedent for something that has been.
Bigger and bigger.
Right, and it's directly out, it's directly not allowed, not permitted within the town ordinances. So.
Would this be something that could be deferred to the ordinance committee, zoning?
So I echo Mr. Pestic's statement. The permit before the board violates town ordinance, so you would need a motion to deny. Couldn't vote to approve it without first amending the ordinances. And then if the applicant wishes to work with town staff to come up with something that is appropriate, then they would need to reapply again with the application that is in accord with town code.
And that would be through what department?
Building, and then Mr. Pestic's department, project management.
Probably zoning as well.
If there's a zoning issue, then yes, I'm not certain if there's a zoning issue. Meaning, once they reapply, I'm not certain if there would be a zoning issue.
Sorry, at this time we have to deny it.
All right, appreciate your time.
I'll make a motion to deny as currently presented.
Second.
Motion by trustee Parad, second by trustee Cava, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, ayes have it.
Okay, next we have the collector's office report and revenue summary.
Motion to accept and place on file.
Second.
Motion by trustee Veruso, second by trustee Garcia. Roll call, please.
Trustee Cava?
Aye.
Kandari?
Aye.
Garcia?
Aye.
Parad?
Aye.
Reeds? Vargas?
Aye.
Veruso?
Aye.
Okay, next we have an ordinance authorizing and approving and ratifying an intergovernmental agreement between the Town of Cicero and the Illinois State Police for the town.
Motion for approval.
Second.
Motion by trustee Parad, second by trustee Vargas. Roll call, please.
Trustee Cava?
Aye.
Kandari?
Aye.
Garcia?
Aye.
Parad?
Aye.
Reeds? Vargas?
Aye.
Veruso?
Aye.
Okay, next we have an ordinance authorizing and approving the purchase of certain equipment for the town.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion by trustee Cava, second by trustee Parad. Roll call, please.
Trustee Cava?
Aye.
Kandari?
Aye.
Garcia?
Aye.
Parad?
Aye.
Reeds? Vargas?
Aye.
Veruso?
Aye.
Okay, next we have an ordinance authorizing and approving the purchase of a fire engine for the town.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by trustee Veruso, second by trustee Parad. Roll call, please.
Trustee Cava?
Aye.
Kandari?
Aye.
Garcia?
Aye.
Parad?
Aye.
Reeds? Vargas?
Aye.
Veruso?
Aye.
Okay, next we have a resolution authorizing the town president to enter into a certain agreement with Bedford Brown and Associates LLC for the town.
Move.
Second.
Motion by trustee Vargas, second by trustee Veruso. Roll call, please.
Trustee Cava?
Aye.
Kandari?
Aye.
Garcia?
Aye.
Parad?
Aye.
Reeds? Vargas?
Aye.
Veruso?
Aye.
Okay, and at this time, we have a presentation by Ty Ginsberg and Associates, and I will call any representatives up to the podium, please.
Good morning. Mr. President, Madam Clerk, members of the board, and assembled officials. My name is Paul Rosenfeld, and I'm a registered lobbyist in Illinois, working with Ty Ginsberg and Associates, a DC-based lobbying firm. We wanted to express our appreciation to you for your continued confidence in our team. We look forward to working together for another year. And let me say that working together with Cicero officials under your leadership, Mr. President, has been the reason why we have seen success in this past year. We realize Cicero has not worked with a federal lobbying group in the past, but your staff has assisted us like seasoned pros. I'd like to highlight some of the efforts together. We began our relationship by meeting with your department leaders and doing a deep dive into Cicero's needs. Then we looked at available resources to municipalities from the federal government and collectively decided that our best opportunities for immediate success would be in water infrastructure. President Biden and Congress passed a $1.2 trillion infrastructure bill, and we advocated with the Illinois delegation for the inclusion of many municipal funding opportunities that would benefit Cicero. Water infrastructure alone included $23.4 billion in the Clean Water State Revolving Fund, $15 billion for lead service line replacement, $10 billion to address dangerous substances in drinking water. The vast majority of this money flows through the states, so step one is to advocate for the overall package before we go after Cicero's piece of the pie. Other provisions in the bipartisan infrastructure package stand to benefit the town of Cicero as well. The Reconnecting Communities Pilot Program, $1 billion in funding over the 5 years. The Safe Streets and Roads for All, $5 billion over the next 5 years. The Brownfield Remediation Program, $1.2 billion over the next 5 years. And we also increased the total funding for the amount of the Cook County Environmental Infrastructure Program from $35 million to $100 million. We feel very confident that with continued work with the town of Cicero, we are well positioned to access these funds from the state and county. However, the ultimate goal is to get a direct appropriation to the town, and I'm proud to say that in our first year of working together, we were able to accomplish that goal. After raising the awareness and visibility of Cicero's various water challenges, we were able to get our congressional delegation to include a $2 million earmark in the appropriation budget directly to Cicero for water main replacement. Specifically, the project entails replacement of deteriorated water main pipes with iron water main pipes, including a full replacement of lead water service lines with copper water service lines that extend to residential meters. Mr. President, Madam Clerk, members of the board, I want to close by highlighting the contributions of 2 members of the team specifically. As you know, in order to get where we were today, it took many technical applications, meetings with the Army Corps of Engineers and the Environmental Protection Agency, and coordinating support with our congressional delegation. We have been very impressed with all the outstanding professionals we have worked with at the town of Cicero. However, Cindy Updike in your office and Tim Geary of Novotny Engineering, who serves as the town's lead engineer, have been absolutely critical to our success thus far. So again, thank you very much for the opportunity, and cheers to the future ahead. Thank you.
Motion for approval.
Second.
Motion by trustee Cross, second by trustee Vargas.
Trustee Cava?
Aye.
Kandari?
Aye.
Garcia?
Aye.
Parag?
Aye.
Reeds? Vargas? Caruso?
Aye.
Okay, next we have a recommendation by the Board of Fire and Police Commissioners to appoint engineer Brian Mladek to the rank of lieutenant and firefighter Benjamin Sabotis to the rank of engineer. And at this time, I will call up our fire chief, Jeff Huntsculter. You will be administering the oath. Right?
Yes.
Good morning, President Dominic and board members, ladies and gentlemen. We will be promoting 2 members of the Cicero Fire Department today. The first one will be from engineer, about 7-8 years driving, going to be promoted to the rank of lieutenant. His name is Brian Mladek. Brian, can you please approach? A little closer here.
Yes, sir.
All right, if you could raise your right hand and repeat after me. I
I, Brian Malata,
do solemnly swear to uphold the Constitution of the United States,
do solemnly swear to uphold the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
the ordinances of the County of Cook,
the ordinances of the County of Cook,
the ordinances of the Town of Cicero,
the ordinances of the Town of Cicero,
and to perform the duties of
and to perform the duties of lieutenant
the Cicero Fire Department
of the Cicero Fire Department
for the Town of Cicero, so help me God.
for the Town of Cicero, so help me God.
All right. Congratulations, Brian. You have your wife come up. All right, congratulations, Brian, to the rank of
you.
lieutenant.
Thank you. That goes to Brian. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, we have one more promotion. Mr. Ben Zabutis, who's been driving for a while, but he officially be promoted to the rank of engineer. Ben, please come up. You can raise your right hand and repeat after me. I
I, Ben Zabutis,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
to uphold the Constitution of the United States,
to uphold the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
the ordinance of the County of Cook,
the ordinance of the County of Cook,
the ordinances of the Town of Cicero,
the ordinances of the Town of Cicero,
and to perform the duties of
perform the duties of engineer
the Cicero Fire Department for the Town of Cicero,
of the
of the Cicero Fire Department
for the Town of Cicero.
So help me God.
So help me God.
All right, congratulations, Ben. Are you doing the honors? All right, stand by. All right, congratulations, Ben.
Congratulations, Ben.
All right, thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Chief.
Second.
Motion by trustee Garcia, second by trustee Parad. Roll call, please.
Trustee Cavall.
Aye.
Kandari.
Aye.
Garcia.
Aye.
Parad.
Aye.
Reeds. Vargas.
Aye.
Caruso.
Aye.
Well, congratulations to the newly promoted men, and now we'll have citizens' comments.
Can I make my presentation here or you want me to go up?
This office.
Where's that?
Upstairs. I feel more comfortable if I before the mic and before you. Well, Mr. President, thank you very much for giving us this great opportunity for LULAC, which is a national organization that was established back in 1929. However, the educational compact of this particular organization was established in 1973 in Washington, D.C., with the purpose of helping our youth to empower their college education. So that's why, since 1994, LULAC of Cicero has empowered hundreds of students to college bound. So this year, we'd like to thank Larry Dominic, CVA, also Mr. Excuse me, and Emo, thank you very much for your contribution for the college education, and everyone else like La Chiquita, Cicero Chamber of Commerce, and Cicero the Comcast, and other local businesses in our area they have done. So even our town clerk, Maria Ponzo, has contributed for this particular cause. Our mission continues, and it will be continue more than ever. And this way, this reason, we want you to witness that we have some of our students that are here today that are going to receive, their scholarship after, following the meeting. So I would like to thank also Mrs. Dominic for giving us a great support for this particular project and program in order for us to help 10 students that will receive $1,000 each, and 10 more students that will receive $750. So we want to thank you, and we welcome all of you to have some pop, refreshments, and also cupcakes from Santa Cruz. Okay? Thank you. You're welcome. Can I ask a favor to have some of the students that are here today to stand up, please? Some of the students, scholarship recipients, can you please stand up? All the 28 are not here today, only 10 of them, because some of them are still on vacation, they're in Mexico. Yeah, right. And some of them are working. So thank you first. Thank you. And the great thing is that all of them are from Morton East and Morton West. Thank you. You're welcome.
Good morning, town folks, Board of Trustees, and Mr. Dominic. My name is Jordan Nava. I am a Precinct 18 resident of Cicero. I have a couple of concerns in regards to some of the ordinances that were approved, if I may point out a couple of clarification notes. 3 ordinances were authorized without too much clarification on regarding exactly what the agreements that the Town of Cicero is applying for, and also without the lack of clarification in regards to certain equipment that is being purchased on behalf of Town of Cicero. I raise these concerns today because for transparency and for an obvious note of transparency in regards to government, it would be appreciative if the residents of Town of Cicero are aware what their taxpayer dollars are being used in regards to the use of purchases of items that may be, or agreements that are being pended for the Town of Cicero. To my, just speaking personally and just speaking with as much respect as possible, as far as I know, with the certain purchase of equipment, you could be buying, some material for an event that may be taking place in the near future. You may be buying some potential uses of medicine that might be needed for perhaps a local drive for the elderly, or you could be just buying stereo for somebody for a certain town employee. For all I genuinely know, I only ask for clarification on these notes just for the sake of a little bit of transparency in regards to how taxpayer dollars are being spent respectfully in the town.
Can I answer one of them? I know one of the ordinances, or there was a purchase of equipment to replace an electrical cabinet on Central, Chief Gelato, Central 31st. There was a concern. There's a concern because the traffic signal light has not been working for a while. So President Dominic and the board always has the safety in mind of us residents. We had our electrical department go out and check it out. They tried, they couldn't fix it. We had 2 different companies from the state trying, they couldn't fix it. So the only remediation was to replace the electrical cabinet. If they would have changed the heads, that would have eliminated the turning arrow. So again, for safety purposes, we want to keep the turning arrow. It was determined and felt that it was necessary by our electrical departments to replace the whole electrical box to have it working in full functioning capacity to prevent any type of accidents and for the safety of the residents. And then the other one was very self-explanatory. It was a fire engine. I don't know which other one to read.
The authorizing approval of the ratifying agreement between Town of Cicero and the state police.
That one, Mike, you want?
Intergovernmental agreement with the state police.
In regards to what, if I may ask?
I'm happy to provide you a copy after the board.
Okay. And then just one other, just minor notes. I hope this isn't a big deal. Mary Queen of Heaven Parish had their permits. I'm only bringing up these topics just because, you know, for respect of courtesy and just for transparency, because I know, like, oftentimes.
3 minutes to speak. I mean, we have to, so we're just trying to be following rules.
All right, no, that's fine. Just one last question. Mary Queen of Heaven's permits were discussed, and obviously they were, you know, gone over and discussed, and of course, clarifying at the fact that some of these permits were not up for approval. However, Mary Saint of, hope I'm pronouncing this right, Tistovich was discussed without too much of any regards to whether or not they have their permits okay or not. I only ask for clarification if they had their permits approved or seemingly have them approved or not.
So for Mary Queen of Heaven, they had already submitted, they were already approved for the festival permit. What was approved today, or what they presented today, was something in additional that should have really been included with the first request. And as you heard, the traffic flow would impact, you know, the residents and possibly the post office. As far as I'm concerned, we have not received any letter from the Cicero Library stating that they are allowed to use the parking lot. So, yeah, we do have to question that. The other one that was approved, those are a normal, regular request that every year they submit to conduct a festival, the same way, you know, other churches in town.
All right, of course. Just last note. I'm done.
Well, you get 3 minutes, so you've been a minute and a half past your time.
All I ask for future notes is a little bit of clarification on some of the ordinances that, you know, things are being agreed upon
You
or
can read
purchases.
them too, you can get a copy of them.
I would be reading these online, and like I know like there's not much transparency in regards to what's being, you know, purchased and stuff.
Let's see what you're talking about.
Well, again, you know, I look at the minutes online that are being posted by the town, and there's not a whole lot of transparency when it comes to
Come
documents.
Get a copy of the ordinance.
Okay. Thank you for your time.
Anyone else with something? Something important? What are you doing, sir?
President Dominic and board. I've been living here in Cicero since 1974, and I just want to thank you guys for supporting this armed services. I've been wanting to say this for a long time, so I figured I'd take my opportunity and thank you all. Thank Town of Cicero.
I'd like to make a motion to adjourn until August the 23rd at 10 a.m. for the Tuesday.
Motion by trustee Russo, second by trustee Vargas, all in favor?
President Dominic, if I may, before you leave, last week the town celebrated the National Night Out, and I just want to take the opportunity to acknowledge all our first responders here present who were present at National Night Out and made it very successful, along with all the department heads, the volunteers who made it a very nice, enjoyable event for our town residents. So if you please join me in, you know, giving a round of applause to our first responders. Thank you.
Thank you very much. All in favor? Nice to have you.